The grand final of the Ninja A-League took place at Amy Park as Melbourne Victory hosted Central Coast Mariners. Jeff Hopkins' Melbourne Victory brought a 15-match unbeaten run into the decider, as well as an unchanged lineup from their dominant 3-1 win in the semi-final. The Mariners had not beaten Victory in their 3 fixtures this season and opted to start Taryn King after the captain came off the bench in the huge upset of Premiers Melbourne City last weekend.
So all in readiness for kickoff, both teams in their home kits for this one. There's only ever been one come from behind win in the history of the grand final, the 17th edition of which is about to get underway. Melbourne Victory kick-off against the Central Coast Mariners in the 2025 Ninja A-League Grand Final. And immediately physicality and a foul given away by Sarah D'Apollonia on Bianca Galich, giving me the chance to welcome to the broadcast former Matilda and two-time W League winner, Grace Gill.
Well, thank you, Teo. Thank you. It's truly a pleasure to be here.
Flannery, this is Nikki Flannery. See Gomez in from the blind side, couldn't pickpocket her. Doesn't have to affect the pass, though. Sarah D'Apollonia, the American, chases it down to the corner. Now Alex Chidiak. Chidiak takes on Nash. Two Mariners players in each other's way, and that will lead to the first corner of the game. And with so much talk about set pieces coming into this match, giving away a corner for free is the last thing the Mariners wanted to do.
Well, this is clever defending by Jess Nash. She gets the timing right to get her body in front of Chidiak, who we know is fancy-footed, and a little miscommunication between King and Nash.
So let's see how a week of best-laid plans work for the Mariners defending here. Victory so lethal under a dead ball. Alana Murphy, near post corner, Gilnick, a foul, and a deflection away from the target, but the presence of Gilnick had to be dealt with.
Yeah, and we've seen this play from Victory before. The near post delivery, this time Gilnick the target, a little too heavy-handed through the back of Jess Nash on that occasion. But she's such a threat, as is Annalise Rasmussen, who was just behind the shoulder of Emily Gilnick.
Shallow back pass here. Nash thought she was fouled. Rachel Lowe, keepers out. The cutback for Gilnick. Desperation from Annabelle Martin. And the Mariners made it scary, but somehow they clear it out for a corner.
Well, some nerves from the Central Coast Mariners. Not quite dealt with. A shallow back pass. Nash had this covered. Had attention from Lowe, but just didn't get the pass right. A little shove in the back. She was seeking the foul. Not enough, says referee Izzy Cooper. And Langman almost commits the challenge. That's a very good defensive duty from Annabelle Martin on that occasion.
As Alana Murphy sends the ball right onto the top of the pack of players. Taylor Ray first contact. Wilson made a contest. D'Apollonia. Gilnick! The whistle goes. The flag is up. Cut the celebrations short at Amy Park. M. Gilnick thought she'd scored in a grand final for the first time since 2012. Not to be.
Well, nervy moments, and that coming off the back of a corner which Victory have been exceptional with across the course of the season. Not dealt with at the back. It's a great call by the assistant referee. Gilnick just not quite working to get herself back in an onside position.
None. First time cross. No one home for the Mariners. Shallow clearance from Morrison. And then Gomez did not strike it truly and sends it across the face and out.
Well, the clearance not convincing from Morrison. The strike not convincing from Gomez.
Pennick, good little sidestep and then a shoot on side policy. Sends that one high and wide, but was able to get the better of Morrison initially.
Well, Pennick rather does have this ability. Just a little jink around Morrison had committed.
Wilson evades Gomez and Nunn. Chidiak sends it to Flannery. Flannery cuts inside. Flannery had designs on the bottom left corner, and a bay of travelling Mariners fans are there to cheer the fact it went wide.
Well, created by a strong, powerful run from Ellie Wilson, driving into space, does really well. Skips past the first tackle of Gomez, finds Chidiac and stretches the field. It opens up the Mariners' defence, and that's a positive touch from Flannery.
Shallow pass here. Red alert now for the Mariners. Low. Gilnick. Blocked. King on her haunches, but play continues. Wilson. Oh, Gomez crucial. Got a boot in. Won a foul. And now King will return to her haunches as she struggled to get back up. The Mariners invited that on themselves and they get out of jail.
Well, they do. And perhaps this is what the Mariners need to try and swing momentum back in their favour. Taryn King.
Only Brooke Nunn in the 6-yard box. Everyone else ready to descend on the penalty area. It's a short corner. Nunn. Back to Martin. Just changing the angle. A big pack of players to aim for. Headed away by Gilnick. Murphy, the most advanced Victory player. Cross comes Rowe. Really well done. And the whistle now comes as well. Izzy Cooper's just going to give Alana Murphy a talking to. No thoughts of reaching for the first card of the game just yet.
I'd say that'll be her first and last warning. This is another look at the re-entry into the box. Annabelle Martin searching for that pack of players. Off the head of a Victory player in the end. This is great defending from Sarah Rowe. Gets her body across the line.
Martin goes for the short corner again. Jessica Nash this time. Martin, a free cross. Beyond the far post it goes and over the head of Galich, the Mariner it was closest to. And Janchevsky, getting it done on both sides of the pitch. And this time a body check that has left Galich a little winded as she has a heavy landing.
Well, a couple of corners, the short option, as we have another look at that heavy body, and Janchevsky just stepping across the run of Galich.
Here's Rasmussen. Nunn. Streaming forward Nunn and blocked straight off the boot by Janchevsky, who did exceptionally well. And now Victory can slingshot down the other end. Flannery. Gilnick. And Em Gilnick just hasn't been able to re-engage with the game since that disallowed goal in the opening minutes. Janchevsky now becoming a bit of a beacon for the physicality. It doesn't matter which Mariner the opponent is.
Yeah, no backward step from Alana Janchevsky. Willing to get stuck in. Really good use of the body, clever use of the body as well. And I thought that last attack from Victory, the pass from Flannery was just half a step behind Emily Gilnick where it needed to be.
Janchevsky. Murphy. Wonderful spin on the ball from Murphy. Can Victory turn it into a shot on goal? Murphy's cross away from Gilnick. Gilnick trying to keep it in and did so successfully. Now can veer back at Martin. Gomez is there as well, right when the Mariners needed her. Well, it's a shame for Murphy because that was such a touch of class that deserved to turn into a highlight at the end of it. It is a highlight in itself.
She's got that, locker, Alana Murphy. Little magic moment. Clever feet. She knows exactly what she's doing. Sent Brooke Nunn the other direction.
Now she's in possession again. D'Apollonia. Murphy! Well, she's arguably been the best player on the pitch in this first half, Alana Murphy. And had that been a little lower, it might have been inarguable. As Melbourne Victory watch on nervously.
Well, this is a lovely little give and go. This first touch from D'Apollonia is so clever. It cuts off Izzy Gomez with one fell swoop. The return to Murphy. She's capable from distance.
Is this Victory's chance to move with only seconds left to go? Janchevsky out into space for Flannery to sprint onto. And then pulls up as the ball ran long, and that might just be that for the first half of the 2025 Grand Final.
The idea was right. Quick surface though.
And the whistle goes without the goal kick even being taken. An arm wrestle well and truly. M. Gielnik had the ball in the net, but rightly given offside and disallowed. And even though there have been some hair-raising moments for the Mariners, their clean sheet's intact. And they are looking for a golden chance of their own. It's yet to really appear. And this grand final has plenty more to offer. Half-time, it's Melbourne Victory 0, Central Coast Mariners 0. So back underway in a scoreless grand final through the first 45 minutes. No players have got a card next to their name. No one appears to be struggling with an injury. It's almost as you were at the beginning of the game. Who will make the first decisive move to try and take the championship? Taryn King and the Mariners trying to put their best foot forward in the opening seconds. Brooke Nunn and Jade Pennock linking up. Now Annabelle Martin. Slide challenge will deflect central. Pennock. Galich and Pennock are 1-2. Rasmussen trying for a very tight triangle, and Lana Murphy was in the right place to take the ball, but Dapoloni has given it away. And a slip. Gomez! Isabel Gomez puts the Mariners in dreamland. The first minute of the second half belongs to the Central Coast. And this rising star of the Australian game has stepped up on the biggest stage of them all. Isabel Gomez makes it Central Coast 1, Melbourne Victory 0.
Well, the Central Coast Mariners have sailed into Melbourne, and haven't they announced themselves? It's a little slip in the midfield, not dealt with, picked up the strike first, ricocheting off, and Isabel Gomez is first to follow up. Relentless, energetic, and can prod it into the back of the net on the Harvey Norman replay. And the Mariners, what a dream start that is in this second half.
Courtney Newbon diving full length, couldn't get there. Gomez making the most of the missed interception from Claudia Barnge. And Central Coast lead. If Melbourne Victory had a comeback, it's only happened once in 16 previous grand finals, all the way back to Sydney FC in 2009. And look what that goal means. Victory looking for an instant reply. Rachel Lowe couldn't generate enough power to trouble Sarah Langman. It's a Victory corner. We know how good they are at set pieces. They need to find something now. Murphy's in swinger. Nash, first contact, scuffed by Lowe, cleared by King. Pennock out to take on Janchevsky. The halftime team talk goes out the window, Grace. We were wondering what you might even say. This is where the coaches will earn their money. Well, we'll see if Chidiac can evade them here. It's a nice pass out to the left. Janchevsky, sweeping ball. Langman's got to go. Got the punch on it. Clash of heads, play whistle dead. It's Galich who's down after colliding with Dapolonia, and concern for both players.
This the challenge. Dapolonia lent into the header, perhaps a little late.
Well, the initial clearance by Langman, and then the incident, which has now certainly preoccupied the Mariners medical staff. Spot fires going off. Jessica Nash is back on. Bianca Galich is down.
True for the Mariners, given that 1-goal advantage. Do they continue to play? Do they look to add some fresh legs? Continue to attack? At what point does Emily Husband look to consolidate? We saw them.
Through ball here from Galich. Nunn is away. Bunge gets goal side. Brooke Nunn. And even though Pennock was following in, Newbon is sure-handed. And Brooke Nunn couldn't quite find the placement nor power when the moment presented.
I really thought Nunn could continue the run here. Try to luck the speed against Bunge. She cuts inside where the numbers are instead of going into space. Whether this one starts to open up a little bit more.
Good play from Flannery. Dapolonia. Chidiac free in the middle. It's Alex Chidiac. Langman holds the save in the end. Tops up from the Mariners keeper to foil the advancing Chidiac.
Well, Chidiac is left to run at the centre of the park. You cannot allow a player like Alex Chidiac that kind of time and space. This is an exceptional save. Not just the block, but to hold on to that to smother it the second time of asking. Sarah Langman has done so well there. Any ricochet, any parry into oncoming Victory players, and it was danger.
Taylor Ray's free kick. Janchevski wins the header. Annabelle Martin, well, she's never scored in the Ninja A-League. And today is game number 93 of her career. She's got the longest active streak of anyone currently playing without a goal. Victory won an equalizer at the other end. Flannery put the ball well out in front, challenged Nash, and as the ball hugs the line, it won't go out. And the end result is a corner. Flannery is fired up about that.
Well, these are important moments. Jess Nash working so hard to try and see this out. Just on the line, it hasn't gone over, and not the first time this afternoon. But a ball off the boot of King into Nash and out for a corner.
Whistle's gone, and for the second time in this game, the ball's in the net for Victory, but it won't count. And Claudia Bunge is denied her redemptive moment.
The referee was quick to whistle as we looked through the tussle of bodies going to ground. I think it was between perhaps Gomez and Morrison was the shout. But both players grappling. Gomez
Dapolonia shoves over the keeper. Ray, Galich, Chidiac in. Furphy takes the spill. Holly Furphy, this is where she can move. Furphy can't veer past one more defender. King was there with the challenge. Still though for Flannery. And where she put it across the keeper, top left against Brisbane in the final home and away round. That one slews high and wide. And the run of Furphy brought the crowd to life.
Well, she glides through the defence, Holly Furphy. It looks effortless. And this is an experienced challenge by Captain Taryn King. Excellent. Had to get that right. And for Nikki Flannery, well, she's just splayed the strike wide. Doesn't mind scoring at Amy Park either, Flannery.
Fifth corner of the game for Victory. Can they make the pressure count? It's blocked on the line. Did it go over? Claudia Bunge peels away in celebration. Victory a level. And Annabelle Martin's best efforts on the goal line could not stop Victory from drawing level. It's an outpouring of relief as Victory level the grand final with just over 10 minutes to go.
Well, that one will not be denied. It's a right of reply for Claudia Bunge, who has been brilliant in the second half of this season. And on the Harvey Norman replay, it's another set piece. It's another Melbourne Victory goal. The delivery, once again, the architect Alana Murphy, and that is a delightful ball. Dropped into the dangerous of dangerous areas. And Claudia Bunge times rises above the rest and just does enough off her head to find the back of the Central Coast Mariners net. And what a big 10 minutes we have coming up at Amy Park.
Well, if it wasn't a goal, Martin, it's hit her arm, and then she's tried to scramble it off the goal line for the Mariners' cause. Rasmussen lays it out to Nunn. Stillbrook Nunn. A channel opens up for Nunn! And Newbon saves between the eyes.
Almost too easy for Brooke Nunn. Drove into the top of the 18-yard box.
Alana Murphy now. Janchevski, shooting range! Held on to by Langman. And Janchevski playing left back today, but more naturally an attacking-minded player. 5 goals this season. Couldn't find number 6.
She can sting a strike, Alana Janchevski. Beautiful technique.
Rasmussen was being played onside. This is the Mariners' moment. And Rasmussen is foiled by Captain Kayla Morrison. Who else to save the day for Victory?
What a moment this would have been. Annalise Rasmussen tearing into space. Does so well, but look at this. Look at the timing from Kayla Morrison. Commits the challenge.
Following, Furphy gives her the slip. Furphy's cross, Gilding with a flick. Langman turns it around the post and out for a corner.
nice from Holly Furphy. Finds the run of M. Gilnick at the near post. Creative from Gilnick, forces the save from Langman, who steers it out.
The burst through midfield, Alana Murphy's got Gilnick, and that's where the ball goes. M. Gilnick as the crowd rises. M. Gilnick! Got plenty of force, but sent it well over.
She knows as well, M. Gilnick on that occasion. The field opening up, becoming stretched. Big spaces between the defensive line and the midfielders, and M. Gilnick is loving it. Drops inside. It's a nice shift of weight. Can't quite get the trajectory right.
And she's caught by Fuller, and the whistle goes. And for the very first time, the champion of the Ninja A-League will be decided by a penalty shootout. Janchevsky's penalty to start the shootout in the grand final. Janchevsky puts it into the crossbar. It's Fuller. And that's why she took them first for the Mariners. Tiana Fuller. Victory are on the board. Then Gilnick sends it bottom left. Trimmis off a short runner. Trimmis is good, and the Mariners maintain their advantage. It's Chidiac. And Chidiac puts it under the dive of Langman. Is good. Mariners 3 from 3, and 3 very well taken penalties. Holly Furphy is good. Left Langman flat-footed. Izzy Gomez. Even with a slip, there's no stopping it. Morrison must score. Does score. To win the grand final, Bianca Galich for the Mariners. Bianca Galich is good with the penalty. And the Central Coast Mariners are the Ninja A-League champions of 2025.
After 23 rounds and a hotly contested final series, the Central Coast Mariners are the 2025 Ninja A-League champions. It is the first time in their history that the club has lifted the winner's trophy, a remarkable achievement for Emily Husband's side, who finished 4th after the regular season. We look forward to your company next season for some more Ninja A-League action.